I have such a special treat for you today. Rosemary Dinsey is with us. Hello, Rosemary.
Hi, Sherri.
Rosemary is so involved in this community and is such a wealth of information. We are very lucky to have her. So, Rosemary, tell us, how long have you been at Sun City?
I have lived in Sun City for 7 years now.
Wow, time flies.
Yes, it does when you're having fun.
Yeah, and where did you come from?
I lived in Roseville before. I've lived in Roseville for just about 45 years.
45 years,
I've seen,
wow.
Yeah, so I've seen a lot of change in Roseville.
So most of my lifetime.
Well, okay, we'll go with that.
Yeah. So what prompted you to move to Sun City?
Well, after I retired, I got a dog, and I started going to the Bear Dog Park, which is just across the road from Sun City on Pleasant Grove. And I met all these lovely people there who were Sun City residents, and became friends with them, and even went on some trips with some of them and really enjoyed it, and thought, wow, I would really like to live in Sun City. One Sunday I was at the dog park and was very quiet there, and I happened to meet this lovely young woman, and she said, we chatted for a while, and she said, do you live in Sun City? And I said, no, but I really wish I did. And she said, well, why don't you? And I said, well, I don't know if I can make it work. I have a house to sell. I'm not sure how that's all going to work out. She said, well, I'm a real estate agent, and why don't I stop by this afternoon and see what we can do? And 2 months later, I moved into my house in Sun City, and that lovely lady was none other than Sherri Walker. So I thank you, Sherri, for making it happen for me to live here.
Sun City is very lucky to have you. So tell us what you like best about Sun City.
What I like best are all the activities. I like to be busy. There's a million things to do here. Anybody that's bored in Sun City is bored because that's what they like
Because
to
they're
be.
boring?
Well, because they like to be. But
I've always heard it said that if you're bored, it means you're boring.
Well, I'm not sure that's true. But there's a million things to do, and so many nice people. I've made so many friends, and I just think, I feel like I live in a resort every day.
Yeah, active resort community.
Yeah, absolutely. It's wonderful.
Yeah. And is there anything that you don't like about living in Sun City?
There actually is one thing that I would say bothers me a little bit, and that is Sun City depends on volunteers. In fact, they've done a study that has shown that the volunteers who work on committees and clubs and groups save the association over $1 million a year.
Wow.
That they would have to pay if they paid people. So there's a lot of people putting in a lot of time, and what I don't like is when people complain about how things are run, whether it be a committee or a board decision or a club that you belong to. I think if you don't like the way things are being done here, then you need to step up and take a volunteer role and be an agent for change, not just sit back and complain.
Absolutely.
Because there's a lot of people that are putting in a lot of work to make this a fabulous community.
Yeah. Be grateful and get involved.
Amen.
Yeah. So you want to know what I don't like about Sun City?
What's that?
Old lady perfume
Oh.
and slow drivers.
Oh, there are some of those.
Yeah. I happen to be allergic to flowery perfume, so I call it old lady perfume.
Although you're not supposed to wear that in groups here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Most groups say please don't wear
Wow.
perfume,
Okay.
but
See, a wealth of information. So I know you've been involved in Bocce for a long time. Tell us about that.
okay. Well, I joined the Bocce Club right away when I moved here because I had heard that it's the party group, and I thought, what better way to meet people than join the party group? And
It didn't have anything to do with drinking wine at the party.
no, absolutely nothing. And the first meeting I went to, they were looking for a new president, and no one stepped up. And I said, oh, I could probably do that, not knowing anything at all about Bocce or Sun City. And I was in. They were like, okay, you're in. So I became the Bocce president. It turned out to be the best thing that could have happened to me. I met so many people. Bocce is, for those of you who might not know, it's a little bit like lawn bowling and shuffleboard, sort of. And it's a game that's very popular with older people because there's no athleticism required, no physical stamina. Anybody can play bocce. We have a lady that's 99 years old who comes out and plays and outlasts a lot of others.
Good for her. I love hearing that.
So it's also a very social game. There's a lot of time where you're sitting and just chatting with the people that you're playing with and having a glass of wine. So it's a very popular club. There's about 650 members. We have mini leagues, which are non-competitive play. We have tournaments that are a little bit more competitive for those who like a little more competition. We have parties, socials. It's just a great group.
Fantastic. I've been to a couple of the parties. There was a Hawaiian themed party that was really fun that I went to.
Oh, and the karaoke's not to miss.
Oh, I have missed the karaoke.
The karaoke's
Put
the
that
best.
on my list.
The karaoke's the best.
Tell me what other activities you're involved in.
I also belong to the Boomers. The Boomers.
Now, let me just interrupt you real
Okay.
quick. Do you have to be a Boomer to be part of the Boomers?
No.
Okay.
Not. In fact, any club in Sun City is open to any person, no matter what the name of the
Good.
club is.
As it
It's
should be.
open to whoever would like to be. The Boomers started because it was primarily Boomers at the time, but not so much anymore. The Boomers is another large group of about 650 members, and they have a big event every other month. They have karaoke, they have themed parties usually, but they also have what they call special interest groups, which are smaller groups that you can join, and I belong to 3 of those, and one of them is a book club, one is a dining out group, and
I think I'm going to join that one.
which is great, and one is a wine tasting group, which is
Nice.
also fun. So that's another great group. I'm also on the Ambassadors Committee, which is an association committee, and the ambassadors' purpose is to promote Sun City as the premier active adult community in Northern California. So we do some activities with the chamber, we give tours to prospective residents, we have a new resident welcome party after you move in. So that's a fun group. I work in the library as a volunteer monitor, and
We have a great library.
we do
And it's not just books. There's puzzles,
books on
jigsaw
tape.
puzzles.
Yeah.
Books on tape. And I think, isn't there some rule about the books are no more than 2 years old or something like that? I just know they're really good.
They're very good about keeping the library up to date, and it's fabulously organized, and residents can go in and just the paperbacks they can just take. They don't even have to check out.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Hardbacks have to be checked out. The paperbacks, people can go in and just, if they want to take 5 or 6 of them on vacation with them, they just take them
nice.
and bring them back whenever. So it's really fun working in the library. I really enjoy that a lot.
Good.
Yeah.
Now, you used to do bingo. Do you still do bingo?
So the bingo is through the Sun City Foundation. The foundation is a nonprofit organization in Sun City that provides a lot of services to people who may need some extra help along the way. They have 2 fundraisers a year. One is a golf tournament and one is their bingo. And so I help out with the bingo. I'm a verifier to make sure your bingo is a valid bingo. And that's fun.
No cheaters.
No cheaters. So that's fun. That's a fun thing too. Yeah.
Okay,
I
great.
enjoy that.
So one of my favorite events is the golf cart parades.
Love the golf cart parade.
Yeah, so I have a golf cart. I don't golf, but I have 2 dogs that come along on my golf cart with me. And I like to make my golf cart look pretty for Christmas time and also for now 4th of July.
4th of July.
Yes. So, and you know, I am the president of the dog owners group.
Yes.
And I have this idea that we'll have a little doggy dress up parade. Not for 4th of July because it's too hot for their paws. But I'm thinking maybe at Christmas time we could have the dogs come out and do a little parade while everybody's in line.
There we go.
Wouldn't that be fun?
That would be so fun. There's a million things to do.
There is. Is there anything else that you want to share with people that are maybe thinking of moving here?
Well, I would just say that if you are thinking about making a move, that get in touch with your real estate agent and have them help you schedule a tour here. The ambassadors offer tours, and basically a tour consists of us showing you around, taking you around, showing you the bocce courts, taking you into our fitness center. We've got a fabulous fitness center with an indoor and an outdoor pool, tennis courts, pickleball courts, a wonderful restaurant lounge that's always, got happy hour every afternoon. Fabulous. We just show you around, encourage you while you're in town, if you're coming from out of town, to play a round of golf or have a drink in the bar or lunch. And we just love showing you our community and telling you how much there is here to offer, and how much it's like sharing my love for this community with you. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about this, because the regret I hear most at our new resident welcome, when people have moved in and we say, what brought you here and what do you like? And they'll say often, I thought this was a community for old people. I was so wrong. I should have moved here sooner, because there's just so much going on. Yeah. So I would encourage you, if you're thinking about it, do it.
Absolutely. I moved here just as soon as I was old enough. And by the way, you don't have to be 55 to buy. You just have to have someone who's 55 living with you in the house. So thank you so much, Rosemary.
Yes,
it's been a wonderful conversation. And as I'm fond of saying, living in Sun City is like being on vacation.